Hello, I'm GameBoyLater, and we are going to be beating all the levels in Super Mario Bros. 2 backwards. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. I should first probably say that this is literally my very first time ever actually beating Super Mario Bros. 2. So if I've missed any exits or secret exits or anything, let me know. Now you need Luigi for most of these levels here. So you use him to get over this gap first of all. Then you'll be trapped in here if there wasn't one bomb inside of this room. You can use that to get out of here. Now, for some reason, I discovered that if you just jump into this hole, you die. But if you use the vine, it's perfectly fine. I don't know why, but this level is possible. So let's move on. 1-2, though, is instantly impossible. There's no bombs nearby, and there's just a wall. So, that's it. 1-3, well, 1-3 was actually pretty possible. It's just hard because of these logs. It took me a couple attempts to get over them, but I eventually made it. Now, there isn't any 1-4, you just go straight to 2-1, which is another very easy level. Most of it is just climbing up sand. Now, 2-2 is a lot harder in terms of the enemies, but it is possible as well. Now, 2-3, well, 2-3 is impossible. You just spawn at the bottom of the level. There's literally no way to get up here, because normally you fall down through this level to get to this area here, and also you need a key, which you can't get either. So, yeah, it's impossible. Going to 3-1, you just fall down and win. Like, it's super easy, but I will just take this time to say that I really, this is the farthest I had ever gotten in this game up until this point, so everything from here was completely new to me. But 3-1 was possible. 3-2, first of all, you have to go through this little area. It's super hard to get through this area with Umberto shooting, but then eventually you make it to this wall that you can't pass. There is a bomb in here, but it's super far away and you don't have enough time to reach the wall before it explodes. So 3-2 is impossible. 3-3, well, 3-3 is hard, but it's possible. I mean, I died so many times, but yeah, it's possible. Now, moving on to 4-1, well, 4-1, the ice physics in this game is just really weird. Like, I don't really know why. I died a lot on this level, but it's possible. For 4-2, you have this huge area of spikes, and you have to go on it to continue through the level, and unfortunately, it's just barely too far of a distance to reach without dying. So that's impossible. Now, 4-3, actually, 4-3 isn't too hard until this part. Again, you need to fall down to get to here, and you can't just go back up, obviously, that's way too high, and that door just leads to a key room that you can't access, so it's impossible. Now, 5-1 was pretty easy, except for these little logs that are falling down in the water. Honestly, for some reason, they're really weird. They seem like you can go through them, like semi-solid, but then you can't. And eventually, yeah, I kind of just gave up. I know maybe you can try this and see if it's possible, but I tried for like 20 minutes and couldn't do it. 5-2. 5-2 is definitely impossible. Definitely impossible. There's just no way to get up. Again, you fall down from here. There's just no way. No chance that's happening. Then 5-3, well, first of all, I had this really weird Birdo fight, which I should probably just say that all the bosses in this game are really weird. But, yeah, all the bosses are possible backwards, obviously, because they're pretty much unchanged. But, yeah, honestly, this game's bosses are just really weird. They just spike up in difficulty randomly, to me, anyway. But yeah, I'm going off topic. 5-2 is possible. 5-3 is possible. It's a really long level. Really long. And there are multiple points where it could be impossible. But thankfully, there are a ton of bombs that break these walls. So you do end up eventually making it. Also, I heard that there was a warp through this pot, but I couldn't find it. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, it's possible. Going to 6-1. 6-1 is literally a completely flat level. I mean, literally, there is no hills at all. It's very easy. Now, 6-2, well, 6-2, you literally just ride on a bird for most of the level. I mean, it's so boring. So, yeah, easy. I don't even know who came up with that. But yeah, 6-3? 6-3 is actually easy as well. You just go down. But it did remind me that these cloud semi-solids, if one cloud semi-solid covered the whole screen, then this whole level would be impossible. And also these bombs over here, if there was not one bomb right here, this would also be impossible. But it is. And really, honestly, I should just go over this game's enemies, because these enemies are so, like, they're so annoying. I don't know, like, the jumping physics of Luigi, I don't know if it is the jumping physics, but sometimes the enemies are literally just impossible to avoid. Like these bombs, I couldn't even stop in time. And again, I pretty much have to use Luigi for this. So I'm basically just putting myself through this. But I'm getting off topic again. 6-3 is pretty easy and possible. 7-1, surprisingly, this is the second to last level, because this is a pretty short game. But yeah, 7-1, unfortunately, 7-1 does have a semi-solid that covers the whole screen. So, yeah, just like in the new Super Mario Bros. Games, it's a semi-solid. You can't get past it. It's impossible. Now, 7-2, the final level. And, well, first of all, these enemies, like, this enemy, whatever this thing is called on the conveyor, this took probably over 10 attempts to get right. Literally, it's so hard. Because you're going against the conveyor, it's super hard to get through. And then there's more of these enemies down there, and they're, because they don't intend you to go through this level backwards. So when I do try to go through this level backwards, the enemies have some really weird patterns that makes it so much harder. I'm telling you, this level probably took almost an hour to complete fully. But, as I said, I did complete it fully. And that means 7-2 is possible. And out of every level, only 8 levels were actually impossible. That's a win rate of 62%. So not only did I figure out which levels are possible backwards, but I also actually beat Super Mario Bros. For the very first time. Yeah, this entire time, again, I've never even beat Super Mario Bros. 2, this version of it anyway. But yep, we finally defeated Wart, and I finally got to see this credit sequence, which is a good ending to this video. I hope you've enjoyed. I'm gonna make a big compilation with all of these backwards videos, because this is the final backwards video I'm doing. So, yeah, see you in the next video.